Blakely's trying to turn Max on while Jason is on the prowl for his next victim, and Miss Jody can't get Richard to come home. Welcome back to another episode of Ruthless TV, where I break down Tyler Perry's The Oval scene by scene. Now, let's get into this preview. In the preview for episode 19, Nancy is forced to call for help with Barry. Max and Blakely express feelings for one another. Alan threatens to tell the press everything he knows, so Ellie warns him that his life is in jeopardy if he does. And the title of this episode is called 9 Lives. So let's go ahead and get into the video slides for the preview. So in this first slide, we see Blakely trying to turn Max on, but Max seems uninterested. I mean, she's grabbing on his face, but he doesn't appear to be interested at all. But I guess she won him over, because in the next clip, we see him stretched across the bed and Blakely is on her laptop. And next we see Bobby in the guest room waving at the camera. Well, it appears that he's waving at a camera or something. Apparently Blakely has the room wired and monitored. And I'm not too fond of Blakely, to be honest with you. I think she's a racist. And I say this because of her language towards him and just her entire standoffish and snobby attitude. But I'm going to fully discuss her in another video. What's even more disturbing to me is that she's sitting there half dressed watching Bobby in the guest room. Girl, it's the middle of the night. Your side piece is right next to you and you're watching Bobby. Make it make sense. She's acting like she wants Bobby, and she wouldn't even know how to act if Bobby broke her off some of that schlong dong silver, right? All right, let me stop. But Bobby ain't paying her no attention. He's too busy running after Lily. And in this next clip, we see Bobby actually reaching out to Lily, telling her that he misses her and he wants to see her. And of course, you know, Lily's with it and she wants to see him too. So they meet up at the local, I guess, the Motel 6. I mean, listen, it's with as much class as Lily has, you know, or pretend to have. I mean, after all, she did get down with Bobby in a shady airport bathroom, but they're meeting up in these unclassy places. Like, I can understand the cabin situation, but there's no reason to be meeting in these one-star motels. I'm just saying. But Bobby actually thought he was coming over for some sexual healing, but Lily had something else in mind. And Lily want to talk about the setup, you know, that he was paid to perform. And Lily's a bit pissed off. She's throwing either some papers, some contracts, or photos that the investigator took of them while getting busy at that airport. Then we see Miss Jody on the phone with Richard, begging and pleading for him to come home because Barry is stretched out on the dining room table. And there was some additional scenes that was added to the current previews that have already posted, and it shows paramedics inside the home with police officers and the whole nine, which further feeds my suspicion that something actually happened to Nancy. But judging from the description of the episode, Nancy's going to actually call for help. So I don't know if she had a heart attack or not, but it seems like she did. But the additional scenes did show Barry in the hospital, the exact same thing that happened to Lynn. And I posted a video on that last night, and I'll leave a link to that right up above. But anyway, Barry does have drugs in his system, PCP and some other stuff. And I'm telling you, Barry got cleansed by the highest. I bet you he did. So we're going to have to see. Then we see Kyle on the phone with Donald, spilling some more tea about Lily and her whereabouts. And Donald wants Kyle to look into it. Like, look, Kyle, you know, he be calling him all the time at all times of the night. Looks like Donald has a toothache. Donald like he has a toothache right here. But anyway, he musters up enough energy to entertain Kyle, I guess, and he tells him to find out who Lily is with in the hotel. And I'm gonna need Kyle to do some forward thinking. He knows that after he tells Donald this, that he's gonna want to know who she's with. So he needs to have all of this tea together and all the intel before waking Donald up, because I guess Kyle has absolutely nothing to do, right? You know, except harass people after he's been suspended from the White House for 2 weeks. So maybe he's just bored. Then we move on to Ellie and Alan. So I guess Alan here, he has a death threat because he's telling Ellie that he's going to the press with all the dirt that he's been witnessing at the White House. And Ellie tells him that, you know, they're going to kill you. And she's right. You know, I mean, look at what happened to Diane. Then we see Hunter and Victoria is telling Hunter that she will give Jason up in a heartbeat. and give him up on a silver platter. I'm assuming that she's talking about like having him admitted to an insane asylum or somewhere, and she's comparing Jason to the likes of Ted Bundy and Jeffrey Dahmer. But good old Hunter here says, you know, he's nothing's wrong with him. He's not a serial killer. And I don't know, somebody needs to cue Hunter in on the technical definition. Then in this little surprise snippet here, we see Kareem at Sharon's bedside opening up what looks like to be a ring. And Kareem, now look, he's moving way too fast. Like, how long have they been dating? You know, what do y'all think? I know they used to date a long time ago, and then he kind of, you know, messed over her with some other girl, his baby mama now, and then now he's going back to Sharon. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Do y'all think he's moving a little too fast? And I guess Sharon coming over playing head doctor with him got him sprung, and now he wants to make them official and propose to her while she's, you know, all battered and bruised. Now this could, you know, give way to some interesting storylines if she does say yes and then still carrying Barry's baby. Yeah, that'll be definitely interesting. So drop me a note in the comments. Let me know what you think of this preview for episode 19. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode, you guys, and I'll see you on the next one.